Sunday Preach from the Mountaintop, Jane Fendelman here. The prayer. Praying for things that'll make your life better. Praying for the things that you want and need to make your life better. That's what I'm talking about right now. Okay, here's the mistake people make. They pray for the thing that will make their life better. The new home, the new relationship, new boyfriend, new car that works, car that runs, car that's in good shape. Yeah, that's what they pray for. Okay, so mistake. That's a big mistake. Big mistake. So when you're needing to manifest something new, the prayer isn't send me the thing, give me the thing. Because everything that you want and need is already there. It's already all around you. It's all around you, flying at you, 100 miles an hour from all directions. The only reason it's not in your life is because for some reason you're not letting it in. You're not letting it in. So the prayer isn't, oh God or oh universe, send me the thing. That's not the prayer. The prayer is, make me open to receiving the thing. Make me into the person, oh dear God, oh dear universe, oh dear subconscious mind, oh dear Higgs field. Make me into the person that can receive that goodness, because it is all around you. You're just not letting it in. So there's one very important question that you have to ask yourself. One question. One. The question is, what are my options? And don't think that you know the answer. What are my options? And then create space for a new thought, idea, feeling, new way of being to come into you, to come into your psyche, to change your psyche, to shift your psyche. Your psyche might shift 1 iota, 1 tiny millimeter, I don't know, what's tinier than a millimeter? What's tinier than a millimeter? I'll have to look that up. Let me know what's tinier than a millimeter. There's probably lots tinier. Anyway, that's the question you have to ask yourself. What are my options? Because here's where people get stuck, banging their head against the wall. They think that they know the answer to get to where they need to go. Of course, make plans, make goals. And of course, keep moving forward. Don't just say this prayer and then wait. No, don't do that. No, that's ridiculous. Don't do that. Say the prayer. Say, make me open, make me into the person that can receive this goodness, whatever this new thing is. And then ask yourself the question, what are my options? And then when one that'll really work comes, it'll usually be a big risk. It'll be a big risk. It'll be something you don't want to do. But it is the answer. It is the answer. Usually we have to take a big risk to be able to hold more goodness, because it is usually our fears that are keeping that goodness at bay. And don't wait until you have the courage. You can't. It doesn't work like that. You don't wait until you have the courage. You face the fear, and that gives you the courage. Get it? You face the fear. Facing the fear gives you the courage. Also, I have my own little pet theory about what that shaking is when you finally get up and give that speech or whatever you're doing, make the phone call and you're shaking. It costs so much energy to keep a fear in place that when we finally face that fear, all that energy is released. So here's an example of a new thought, a new way of being. You'll see things that you never saw before. For instance, like I'm remembering when my brother was in Arizona and visiting, and we were taking out my trash, and he goes, well, where are your trash bags? And I said, they're there under the kitchen counter. And he goes, well, why are you keeping them there? Why don't you keep them in the bottom of the trash can? So you take out the old trash bag, and there's the new trash bags, fresh and clean, underneath the old one. And I was like, oh, that's such a good idea. And it's like that time. I was driving. I had been driving for a few years. Maybe more than a few years. Maybe like 5 or 6 years. And I'm driving along, and I'm looking for an address like this. I'm looking for an address, looking back and forth for this house address. And all of a sudden, it hit me. all the odd numbers are on one side. All the even numbers on the other. You guys are laughing at me because you probably already knew this. But nobody ever told me this, and I didn't realize it. Somebody should have told me that. Anyway, it was like such a huge awareness. And one more story. And then you're going to realize what I'm talking about. I had this boyfriend a million years ago, and he did everything the hard way. If there was an easy way to do it, he didn't notice it. So John was his name. So he was telling me this story about how he used to go fishing every now and then, and he decided one day he was going to play hooky from work, and he got his tackle box and threw everything in his truck in the back, his fishing pole, and he rode all the way down to this neat little lake here in Arizona, and he parked his truck and walked down to the edge of the lake and put down his tackle box and baited his hook and cast his line, and he's sitting out there fishing. He's happy as could be, sitting on this big rock fishing out in the middle of this beautiful Arizona woods desert. And not the desert. Well, we do have lakes in our deserts here. Anyways, probably at Lake Saguaro. So fishing, a couple of hours went by. He shifted his weight. His behind was getting a little bit sore. And another couple of hours went by. I mean, he was there the whole day. Another couple of hours went by. And his bum was getting really sore from this big giant rock. And he looked around and he realized all around him was this soft white sand. And he chose the rock to sit on. So it's like that. You'll see. Once you say this prayer, you'll realize you've been sitting on the rock all this time. You will see. Okay. Mwah. I hope you're having an amazing day.